Hello, friends of Komodo platform, friends of Pirate Chain. Yeah, hello, pirates. Hello, Bitcoiners and friends of crypto and price charts and technical analysis. I'm here. I'm Giuliano. It is a Saturday, 18th of December, 2021. We are nearing the end of the year. I'm here to talk about some price charts, particularly Pirate Chain price chart. Also, we'll stroll through the BTC price chart as well. Here we go. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so Pirate Chain below the 3,000 level where it touched. First, let's just take a quick look here at BTC. A couple of ideas. Hope you're doing well again. Yeah, staying hydrated, all that good stuff. Okay, weekly time frame. Looks like we're working through this negative momentum. Oops, no problem. And on that's a weekly chart. On a daily, we stay within this channel, downtrending towards, well, first to the 61.8 retracement, which was only wicked previously on this day of December 4th time frame. And yeah, again, daily chart for the BTC. So here we are channeling down, looking at 18th December candle for today. And yesterday was another red 17th December candle, red lower low closing. So we are in a downtrend, clear. And if we want to start looking more short term, maybe we would be putting trend lines like this, and we'd be looking at 4-hour time frames. So there's that idea too, or less than 4 hours, where you'd see more of the waves that are internal to these daily candles. Anyway, okay. So yeah, lower lows, and sometimes it's easier to clear out some of that noise with the line chart. And yeah, so here's the idea. In terms of daily closes and wicks and all of that, we could definitely be coming back up to these levels here, which is about 50,000. Okay, so we might make a higher low than this. That would be breaking out of this type of downtrending, even this medium midline downtrending, obviously. But anyway, just we're talking horizontal levels now. So we think first would be this level here. So this level is 49K. So BTC could have a couple of days up. Let's start going back to the candles, because then that gives us an idea of colors of candles can make sense, whether it's red and green or some other candles, but you have your up candles and your down candles, And so the green candles here, so we could have 1, 2, 3 green candles. We could have 2 green candles. Maybe the next green candle reaches here and it's about 47, and it's fighting this one, or maybe it goes up to here, whatever it is. And it's after a third candle here, that's fine. Second candle, we can get them in threes, similar to here, 1, 2, 3. That kind of idea, or you get the 2s or you get the 1s. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's either we're going to come and we're going to barely fight anything, or the price will look good for a few days. It'll be going up a few green candles, maybe to 50K. We might even start reaching here into these levels, and all within the channel, right? So 1, 2, 3. By this day, we might be up here, up to this this type of resistance level with our closing price. Might even wick above, might even touch this downtrending, a sign that we are coming close to an end, but at the same time, there's something else needs to be cleared out first, maybe. Anyway, so, and you can just watch as we wind down the year, so to speak, down to the 31st of December here on a vertical axis. Let's put our time for the end of the year 2021, beginning of the year 2022. Let us brighten that sucker up even more. Nope. Anyway, let's keep it like that for now. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Okay, so there you have it. This is the end of the year right here. All right. Good luck. So either, let's just one more time reviewing these ideas, maybe a weak retrace, maybe a bit stronger to this horizontal level, maybe a bit stronger even to this horizontal level by the end of 3 candles. And then I think more down. Now, where does more down lead us? How fast, how volatile? we've talked about this before in terms of levels and time frames. So here's the end of January and into end of February, or sorry, beginning of February. This time frame is an interesting window to look at. Anyway, that's it. I leave you there with Bitcoin. And here is the horizontal, well, we've traced them out on the retracements, but you see the price action here, here, here. You know, where is it going to lead ultimately? We don't know, but it's interesting to watch. Still within this channel. Let's watch it potentially go to the top of the channel. Otherwise, it's going to break down because everybody's expecting it to try and go up, but it looks like it's ready to try something. It's either going up or going down. Let's bring in the, sorry, I don't have the Bollinger Bands enabled. Let's get a bit of our indication friends going. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So it's really fighting at that 200 period average, but it's just getting, look like it's getting rejected. Now, the next candles, yeah, maybe it'll trade above it. But we're already fighting a 200 moving average, which is a challenge already. However, higher up, you have Ichimoku cloud and you have 20-day moving average of the Bollinger Bands, which could act as a nice resistance and then further downtrend. And who knows, you know, maybe that is the lows and you find your support at your 20-day moving average and you start moving out of this channel slowly and sideways. That's definitely a possibility here too, where these are the ways out, you know. So there you go. I do think though, we are interestingly shaping up. Yeah, this is fun. Stick around for more, you know, no bones about it. But now in terms of the bones about it, let's get over to that fire chain, because that's the real reason here that I wanted to give a more of an update. Although with BTC as well, I was having those thoughts and I want to share that. So yeah, thanks for being here. I hope this is helpful for you, instructive, enjoyable, entertaining. So now, big time here. This, oh, okay. So there's a couple of more ideas I didn't really think about here, but fire chain price doing what we were looking for and what we expected. Here, let's get back to the candles for a quick moment. Okay, seemingly, what I did actually was I touched, before we didn't have this this pinkish downtrending resistance here, right? So I touched the most recent wicks, the two most recent wicks, and it interestingly has a nice resistance layer here for the price on an interim basis. All right, so good stuff here for the fire chain overall, breaking some downtrending resistance on the daily closing level, this lowest white trend line. And on that note, I'll talk about the trend line touch points and breakpoints, where potentially this wave here, let's take a look. I mean, I would really like to see get above the 3,300. Closing above here is important. However, if we take wicks, let's just use wicks for our friends. Yeah, because if you want to call something and say, well, maybe you started here, didn't quite break it, so it might have only one confirmation level. However, this move here, this up move, this move up, okay, oh, there we go. Nice, strong, and fast. Okay, it breaks. The time it takes to break this trend line is less than the time it takes to go from the trend line to the you know, the peak or trough, to the inflection, right? To the inflection. And interestingly, this price chart looks, you know, at some, oh yeah, the other one is the 88.6. But at some point it will be doing a rebound. Now, the question is still and remains, okay, maybe it's just a rebound like this rebound, and it's just a distribution rebound where people have accumulated some and then they distribute again, and other people who had but didn't distribute yet continue, you know, take their opportunity to distribute, and it rumbles and tumbles back further down. And so yeah, we still have this uptrending resistance, support here, the long white trend line from based in this wave pattern back here, and that wave trajectory really. pattern, trajectory, all of it fits together. So having said that, we had 3 nice, strong green daily candles, daily price chart, fire chain, and really good volume, nice action. Doing what we basically expected in terms of rebounding. At some point, everybody expects it to rebound, but then we saw the potential to keep going, and it did. It didn't quite reach the cloud, okay? Didn't quite reach that 3,500 Satoshis level, but we did wick into the 32. We really would like to close at these levels or higher. Anyway, no matter what here, look, we've got this 20-day moving average now. If you haven't seen it yet, it's the yellow one there in the Bollinger Bands, okay? So we've got this 20-day moving average here. And let's jump a little bit further in there. So on the daily price chart, we are at this 20-period average. So nice, we broke above it towards the top of the Bollinger Bands, you know, like not unexpected potential here, right up towards the Ichimoku cloud, but we have this downtrending resistance. Great, we broke down the closing candle resistance. That's good, that's big, but it's not huge. It's just relating to the most recent downtrend, right here. It's relating to all of this action, but it's important because all of this action now we can say this wave here, this wave of action is starting to get cleared out. Starting to get cleared out because yeah, on a price basis with wicks and all of that, we have a downtrending which is still there. We have a big cloud action which is still there. So yeah, but I do think a move up to these 45 or 5,000 Satoshi levels is primed, okay? Because, okay, now we get into a couple of ideas. So one is the 88.6 retracement. The other, meaning like we could have a nice bounce off of here, even if it means lower lows. Like we might just get to the 5,000 level and then start coming down and even come back down towards this uptrending support line here at some point. And it might, and it either will be within this trend line here, or it'll be, you know, above that trend line type of a thing. And who knows what ends up happening. I don't know how we get there or if we ever do exactly touch this uptrending line, but at this point, the most important thing is that wherever we return, we inflect, whether it's here, whether it's at some touch point on the trend line, or even if it has to wick below and get to here and come back up somehow. There is going to be this opportunity for the higher low, and that's important, hugely on a big scale, on a weekly scale, on a monthly scale type of idea. Okay, now, what's next? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do, but that's okay. So what's next is we take our tools here. We'll take a retracement tool. It's going to be a little hairy, so we're gonna just bring it down here to our lows here, roughly. I mean, this, we're just gonna take rough, okay? Oh, and we gotta go on the weekly. So on a daily with wick to wick, we you know, we're basically almost a one-to-one retracement. But one thing that I didn't really look at before yet much is using the closing on a weekly. I think that's an important level. And oops, what am I doing here? As soon as we do that on the weekly here, this level, this price level is going to show us the 88.6 retracement level starting from down here. Okay, so you see that, right? 88.6 retracement. That's pretty big. It's a very strongly perceived value area and inflection area oftentimes. So let's see if the TA gets respected here. So far it is, but as you can see, we're still on the lower high stage of things. That's why this level here of closing on a weekly basis above 3,300 Satoshis is so important, this price level here. Because then that'll give us a stage 2 confirmation. If we can do this, the quicker we can do this, the more it is confirming that we are likely done this wave and we have our up wave left. Now, again, maybe that up wave only leads here, and then we go even further down, whatever. Or maybe the up wave breaks this finally, you know, and when does it break it? Who knows? Doesn't matter. That's not the point. It's more the conceptual idea, the timing, and the exact pathway. Doesn't matter per se. Okay. All right. So we're gonna keep watching it. But anyway, that 88.6 retracement is important, and I think I'm gonna just keep this on the visibility on the weekly chart. Beauty. Close that. And done. Now on the monthly chart, you notice, and as we are here on the weekly, we're still below this 20 period average monthly chart as well. So who knows what ends up happening, what it looks like, but excuse me, even to get up to 4,200 Satoshis is tough. But I think that's where we can go, these types of areas, and that's on the daily. So we here see the 4,200 Satoshis, 4,000 Satoshis level, and that would be clearing out if we can close around there, clearing out this level, or even if we don't close at the 4,200 level, but maybe we wick up there and then find the way in the mid 30, maybe 3,500 Satoshis. And then when we go to the daily, remember the 3,500 Satoshis level is a good level for us, because on the daily, we still have the Bollinger Bands and the Ichimoku cloud, and that does take us above this downtrending pink resistance line, which mirrors and matches and parallels this white one, which we are breaking. So I'm saying, you know, it is about time that we also break that one. That's just a matter of wicks. So that was a time reference choke. Okay, so either now, what is this move making? Because it's doing something. So is it making a type of corrective ABC? Okay, where it's just going to be a 3-wave pattern, and then we're going to get our retracement or our correction against this one. Okay, that's fine. Either that, or it's going to be some sort of impulsive move, right? It's either based on Neo wave and Elliott wave ideas, basically Elliott wave ideas. You only have corrective or impulsive moves and patterns, and it happens. It happens going with the trend or against the trend, and it happens fractally. So within the, you know, the 3-wave moves, the corrective moves, whether it's going up or down, it'll have patterns within it which are impulsive and corrective, and blah blah blah. So, and they're you know, with Neo wave you get the idea of more complexity in a sense, and you also have just certain logic rules which help out. And just basically this way of thinking means we're either going to get some sort of ABC or we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's just play with the ABC for now. Okay, so that idea already, if we start looking at something here, we're getting this notion that, yep, price is coming here. Whether we make lower lows after that, you know, lower lows even compared to this 1700 level, that's to be seen. But at least in the interim, we know that we are likely going to go fight with this cloud by the January timeframe. So it's building up. So that's the thought process here. So let's go a little deeper. Let's take potential of here. In another reason I say that is because, let's go to the candles. Whew, it's taking a bit longer than I expected, but that's okay. I feel like we're getting a lot of good ideas down. And you know what? Nice free content here for you. Okay. And you can enjoy it and get your thinking going, and you don't need to pay for anything, and it's all good. Okay, except your time, obviously. So if you're giving your time, I mean, good for you, and I appreciate you very much for enjoying this. I like doing it, and so you give me an audience. Okay, so imagine this is like a topping, and we kind of correct a bit and then go higher. Maybe we might even continue higher, because even on the 4-hour, we barely just making a 1 wave here. So it's like maybe this A is just a small A. Like we're just gonna go more quickly is what I mean. I don't know, we'll see. Doesn't matter, because in here we already look like we have an impulsive 1, 2, and mouse. Looks like we already have, no, let's play it like this. Looks like we already have some sort of, you know, impulsive move, right? So that could be the A wave, a B wave happening now, and then a C wave. So in that sense, I feel like it's on that daily chart, it wasn't really showing the A, some sort of B and a C. So yeah, I feel like on the daily, it was a little bit drawn out. That could have been a bigger ABC, and then we would be looking seriously at higher levels. But also we're looking at a higher time frame, right? Look, this just brings us to this, week's time. Who knows what's happening here? Okay, so within this end of this month, I think we see Pirate Chain touch 4,000s. I don't see why not. And on the daily again, that brings us here into the cloud area, brings us to that downtrending resistance. Why not? I mean, look at the move we already made. We can check for a while and then come. Okay. All right. C is for come here. Okay, pirates. All right, let's do this. Let's enjoy you. Okay, see, bye-bye for the 5-wave move and an ABC here. Okay, that's the general idea. We can check it on the hours and the weeks, and sorry, and the days. Okay, cool. So that's the basic idea. And if we were to, let's play with an extension here for an ABC move. Wow, how did this get over here? Whatever. That's 29th of December. We'll see time-wise. Oh, that's how yeah, because in terms of like, what's the relationship of the time as well? That's what happened. So we'll check that too. So in terms of the price extension, let's just kind of go here to here and imagine like worst case scenario, it comes and touches the trend line, the Ichimoku cloud around the 20th of December, whatever. So 1-to-1 would be 4,200 Satoshis, 1618 would be 5,500. So maybe that's a wick price, maybe it's a closing price, who knows? Okay, cool. Does that make sense? And then we look back, this is a 4-hour time frame, we see price action back here. So 1-to-1 would be like this kind of resistance, a strong resistance here. So maybe as a closing basis, whatever. And then 1618-to-1 would be, you're fighting at that middle band of the price where you had some, you're fighting at more of this middle band of the price here, where before you have some lower band and lower band and upper band, and the 1618 is around there. And now if we are talking like impulsive or even like strong moves, I mean, who's to say it doesn't go to a 2618 all the way up at the upper band, but that's much less likely, IMO. And if it is going to the 2618, like I said, I'm thinking we'll know about it first, but maybe not. Maybe that's the whole point of a market. It's like, yeah, it's going to go all the way up here because you thought it might stay down here for a bit. So we'll see what ends up happening. And then once it goes up here, you think, oh, now this is the price. And then it comes back down here as it redistributes and maybe finds its new levels wherever that needs to be. But anyway, I'm talking a probability I don't think is necessarily as close, but it's definitely there. Okay, we're going to see what kind of move we're having. But we're going to play it out. All right, so stick around for that. It's looking good overall. Yeah, so a 1-to-1 is the 4,200. That's a more conservative idea. That's on the daily price chart level where we're starting to fight with the cloud and everything here. Look. $4,200 level is around here. Yeah, look, even by the 15th of January, if that's what it ends up happening, because on a daily price level, maybe it needs a few days here, and then it's going to come up here. So maybe not 15th of January, but whatever. It's going to be fighting something. Here's the 4,200 Satoshis level. So possible. The other option is maybe 1 red, maybe 2 red, maybe even 3 reds, or some sort of sideways action, staying above the 20-period average, and then we go by the end of December, which was looking very likely on the 4-hour price chart. So that means here is 4,900 Satoshis. So again, I don't know if this is what it's going to be, and some sort of simple ABC move like this, it could end up being something else. But there's your like, okay, yeah, we start retracing whatever it's going to be, and then here's some sort of 1618. So maybe you don't quite get there, or maybe you start wicking there, and then you're playing with that 200-day moving average as well. So I think this is a very important and almost magnetic area for the price to go at this time, is towards the 200-day moving average for resistance, this top of this Ichimoku band for resistance, the long downtrending resistance based on the previous highs here, and not just the most recent highs, but also the July highs, and also relating to the support levels back in May and June. Okay, so that is, in my opinion, a significant price vector in terms of regression to the mean, if you know what I mean. All right. So not to be mean, but I'm going to leave now. I don't think I have anything else to say. I've shared some levels. Oh, time frames. That's the one. Okay, didn't share time frames. Let's look at time frames on a 4-hourly. Just interestingly enough, yeah, this is why I'm saying thank you for remembering this. So let's imagine here, bottom to top. This is we're using the fib time tool. So if we stick it here, basically this level here on the 19th of December time frame, particularly around the 12 o'clock noon candle, is twice as much. So this corrective action here after the A wave, so this beginning of the B wave, let's say the B wave comes here. That would bring us down towards that level that we might potentially anticipating here. However, maybe it just needs to be a 1382 or 1618 because we are ending up towards this 20 period average here, and maybe it's going to kind of handle on this. Yeah, who knows how long it'll do? Maybe it'll squeeze between the 20 and the 200. Okay, who knows? Because I get the sense the 20 might start slightly flattening out after it starts incorporating more of this data and less of these ones. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, so that's the idea. So this pinkish line here where the B is, that's about 2 to 1, 1618 to 1 is this line here, and then this one here is 1382. But I think that's a fair time frame, and then maybe your C is similar to your A. So we're talking, yeah, that 21st of December time frame really makes sense on a 4-hour level, and then maybe you correct for a while before then. We'll see what's next, but probably more up. Yeah, so there you go. I think that's the time frame that we can watch for as well, and that's it. I don't really have much else to say. Looking forward to see it play out with you, and keep enjoying this. All right. Yeah. So what do we want to do here? We want to just close this out. Say goodbye to all the pirates and all the other friends of crypto price charts, and then until next time, maybe we'll talk some Komodo and some ADA and some other price charts as well. But I'm wishing you well. All right, all the love, peace, and happiness. Goodbye.